Garcin.
And this is what it looks like.
Yes.
Second Empire furniture, sir. Well, I did to say. One gets used to it in time.
Some do, some don't.
Are all the rooms like this?
How could they be? We cater for all sorts here. Chinamen and Indians, for instance. What use would they have for a Second Empire chair?
And what use do I have for one? Do you know who I was? Oh well, it's no great matter. To tell the truth, I had a habit of living amongst furniture I did not relish in a false position. I even come to like it. A false position in a Louis Philippe dining room. Do you know the style? Well, I did to say, that had its point, you know. Bogus and bogus, so to speak.
And you'll find that living in a Second Empire drawing room has its points.
Really? Yes, I dare to say. Still, I certainly didn't expect this. You know what they tell us about down there?
What about?
About this resident.
Really, sir? How could you believe such cock and bull stories told by people who've never even set foot in here? For of course, if they had.
Of course. What I say. All your instruments of torture.
The what?
The racks, red hot Bentz, and all the other paraphernalia.
Oh, you must have your little joke, sir.
My little joke? Ah, I see. No, I wasn't joking. No mirrors, I mean. And no windows either. Only to be expected. Nothing breakable. But damn it all, you could have left me my toothbrush.
Oh, that's good. So you haven't quite lost your, what do you call it? Sense of human dignity? Excuse my smiling.
I'll ask you to be more polite.
Sorry, sir. No offense meant. Just all our guests ask me the same questions. Silly questions if you don't mind my saying so. Where's the torture chamber? That's the first thing they ask all of them. They don't bother their heads about the bathroom requisites, that I can assure you. But after a bit, when they've got their nerves back, they start in about their toothbrushes and whatnot. Good heavens, Mr. Garcin, can't you use your brains? What, I ask you, would be the point of brushing your teeth?
Of course. And why would one want to see oneself in a looking glass anyhow? Bronze contraption. It's another story. Suppose there be times when I stare my eyes out of it. See what I mean? All right. Put all the cards on the table. I can assure you I quite realize my position. Shall I tell you what it feels like? A man drowning, choking, sinking by inches till only his eyes are just above water. And what does he see? Bronze atrocity by, what's that fellow's name? Bargaining. A collector's piece. As in a nightmare. It's their idea, isn't it? Of course. Suppose your honor is not to answer any questions, and I won't insist. But don't you forget, my girl, I'm facing the situation. Facing it. So don't you boast you caught me off guard. I'm quite aware of the position I'm in, and I won't tolerate it. Don't you forget, my girl. I have a good notion of what's coming to me. So don't you boast you caught me off guard. I'm facing a situation, as I said just now, fairly and squarely. I won't have it springing at me from behind until I have time to size up. And you call that being romantic? So that's that. What is it sleep? Why sleep if one isn't sleeping?
That's so.
Just as I expected. Suppose every time some sort of drowsiness steals upon you and tipples you behind the ears. You close your eyes, but why sleep? You lie down on the sofa and sleep flies away, miles and miles away. So you rub your eyes, get up, and it starts all over again.
Romantic. That's what you are.
You keep quiet, please. I won't make a scene. I shan't feel sorry for myself. I'm facing a situation. So that's that. No toothbrush. And no beds either. One didn't sleep, I take it.
That's so.
Try to understand. I'm fond of teasing. It's a second nature to me. I often tease myself. Plaguing myself, if you prefer. But I don't tease nicely. And can't go on like that without a break. Down there I had my nights. I slept. Always had good nights by way of comparison, I suppose. And happy little dreams, and ordinary too. I used to stroll in them. It's the daytime now.
Can't you see? The lights are on.
I get it. Sure daytime. And outside?
Outside.
Damn it, you know what I mean. Beyond the wall.
There's a passage.
And at the end of the passage.
There's more rooms, more passages, stairs.
And what's beyond them?
That's all.
One can not turn off the light? Surely you have a day off sometime. Where do you go?
To my uncle's place. He's the head valet here. He has a room on the third floor.
Should have guessed as much. Where's the light switch?
There isn't any.
What? Can't one turn off the light?
Well, the management can cut the current anytime they want to, but I can't remember there having done so on this floor. They have all the electricity we want.
One has to live with the lights on all the time.
To live, did you say?
Let us quibble over words. You know what I mean. The lights on all the time. Always broad daylight in my eyes and in my head. Suppose I took that bronze monstrosity off the mantelpiece and tossed it in the light. Wouldn't it go out?
You can't move it. It's too heavy.
You're right. It's too heavy.
Very well, sir. If you don't need me anymore, I'll be off.
What? You're going? Wait. It's a bell, isn't it? If I ring it, you're bound to come to me.
Well, I guess that's so in a way, but you can never be too sure about that, Bill. There's something wrong with the wiring when it doesn't always work.
Working all right?
So it is. But I shouldn't rely on it too much if I were you. It's, capricious. Very well, sir. Yes, sir.
No. Never mind. What's this?
Can't you see? It's an ordinary paper knife.
Are there books here?
No.
Then what's the use of this? Never mind. You can go.
Did you call, sir?
No.
This is your room, madam. If you have any questions, most of our guests have quite a lot to ask you, but I won't insist. However, as regards the electric bell, the toothbrush, and that thing on the mantel shelf, this gentleman can tell you anything you need to know as well as I could. We've had a little chat. Where's Florence? Didn't you hear? I asked about Florence. Where is she?
I haven't an idea.
Oh, so that's the way it works, is it? Torture by separation! Well, as far as I'm concerned, you won't get anywhere! Florence was a tiresome little fool, and I shan't miss her in the least.
Beg your pardon. Who do you suppose I am?
You? Why, the torturer, of course.
That's a good one. Too comical words. I, the torturer? So you walked in, had one look at me, and thought I was one of the staff. Of course. That silly girl's fault. I'm Joseph Garcin. Journalist and man of letters by profession, and seeing as we're in the same boat, might I ask you, Mrs.
Not Mrs. I'm unmarried.
Right. That's a start, anyway. Now that we've broken the ice, may I ask you, do I really look like a torturer? How does one recognize a torture when one sees one? Any new ideas on the subject?
They look frightened.
Frightened? How ridiculous. Of whom should they be frightened of?
You laughed away, but I know what I'm talking about. I often watch my own face in the glass.
In the glass? How beastly of it. They remove everything in the least resembling a glass. But I can quite assure you, I'm not frightened. Not that I take my position lightly. I realize the gravity only too well. But I'm not afraid.
That's your affair. Must you be here all the time, or do you take a stroll outside now and then?
The door's locked.
Oh, that's too bad.
I quite understand the bored you have me here. I too will. Quite frankly, I'd rather be alone. To think things out, set my life in order. But I'm sure we can pull together along somehow. I'm no talker. I don't move much. In fact, I'm a peaceful sort of fellow. If I may only venture on the suggestion that we be extremely courteous to one another, that'll ease the situation for us both.
I'm not polite.
And I must be polite for two.
Your mouth!
I beg your pardon.
You keep twisting it about all the time. It's grotesque.
I'm sorry. I wasn't aware of it.
That's just what I reproach you. There you are. You speak of politeness and you can't even try to control your own face. Remember, you're not alone here. You've no right to inflict the sight of your fear on me.
How about you? Are you afraid?
What's the use? There was some point in being afraid before, while one still had hope.
It's no more hope. But it is still before. We haven't yet begun to suffer.
That's true. Well, what's going to happen?
I don't know. I'm waiting.
No, don't look up. I know what you're hiding with your hands. I know you've no face left. What? I don't know you.
Not the torturer, madam.
I never thought you were. I thought someone was playing a rather nasty trick on me. Is anyone else coming?
No, madam. No one else is coming.
Then we're to stay here by ourselves. The three of us. This gentleman, this lady, and myself?
What are you laughing about?
It's those sofas. They're so hideous. Just look at how they've been arranged. Reminds me of when I used to visit that boring old aunt of mine, Aunt Mary. Her house is full of horror like that. I suppose each of us has a sofa of his own. Is that one mine? But you can't expect me to sit on that one. It'd be too horrible for words. I'm in pale blue and it's vivid green.
Would you prefer mine?
That claret colored one, you mean? That's really sweet of you, but no, I don't think it'd be much better. What's the good worrying anyhow? We've got to take what comes to us, and I'll stick to the green one. The only one that might do in a pinch is that gentleman's.
Did you hear, Mr. Garcin?
Oh, the soap you need. So sorry. Please take it, madam.
Thanks. Well, as we're to introduce ourselves, we might have, well, as we're to live together, we might as well introduce ourselves. I'm Regalis. Estelle. Rudolph.
And I'm Inez Serrano.
Joseph Garcin.
Do you require me any longer?
No, you can go. I'll ring when I want you.
You're very pretty. I wish we had some flowers to welcome you with.
Flowers. Yes, I always loved flowers. Only they fade so quickly here, wouldn't they? So stuffy. Oh well. The right thing to do is keep as cheerful as you can, don't you agree? Of course you two are.
Yes, last week. And what about you?
I'm quite recent. Yesterday. As a matter of fact, the ceremony's not quite over. The wind's blowing my sister's veil all over the place. She's trying her best to cry. Come, dear, make another effort. That's better. 2 tears. 2 little tears twinkling under the black veil. Oh dear, what a sight Olga looks this morning. She's holding my sister's arm, helping her along. She's not crying, and I don't blame her. Tears always mess one's face up, don't they? Olga was my bosom friend, you know.
Did you suffer much?
No, I was only half conscious mostly.
What was it?
Pneumonia. It's over now. They're leaving the cemetery. Goodbye. Goodbye. Quite a crowd they are. My husband stayed at home, prostrate with grief. Poor man. What about you?
The gas stove.
And you, Mr. Garcin?
12 bullets through my chest. Sorry. Fear I'm not good company amongst the dead.
Please don't use that word. So crude. In terribly bad taste, really. Doesn't mean much anyhow. Somehow I feel we've never been so much alive as now. If we've absolutely got to mention this state of things, I suggest we call ourselves... Wait! Absentees! Have you been absent for long?
About a month.
Where do you come from?
From Rio.
I'm from Paris. Have you anyone left down there?
Yes. Why? She's staying at the entrance of the barracks. She's there every day, but they never let her in. Trying to keep her with the doors. Now she's leaving. Wearing that black dress. So much the better, she don't need to change. She isn't crying. She never cried anyhow. Bright sunny day, she's creeping down the empty street like a black shadow. Oh, how she gets on my nerves!
Estelle.
Please, Mr. Garcin.
What is it?
You're sitting on my sofa?
I beg your pardon.
You look so far away. Sorry to disturb you.
I was setting my life in order. You may laugh, but you do better to follow my example.
No need. My life tidied itself up quite nicely of its own accord. I needn't bother about it now.
You imagine it's as simple as that. How hot is it? Do you mind if I...
How dare you? No, please don't. And loads of men in their shirt sleeves.
Spend my nights in the newspaper office. It was a regular black hole. We never kept our coats on. Stifling hot it could be. Stifling it. It's night now.
That's so. Olga's undressing. Must be after midnight. Oh, how quickly the time passes on Earth.
Yes, after midnight. They sealed up my room. It's dark, pitch dark, and empty.
They strung their coats on the back of the chairs. There stinks of cigar smoke in there. It's so light living amongst men in their shirt sleeves.
Well, in that case, our case differ. That's all it proves. And how about you? Do you like men in their shirt sleeves?
Oh, I don't care much for men anyway.
Really? I can't imagine why they put us two together.
What's that you said?
I'm looking at you two thinking we're going to live together. It's absurd. I expected to meet old friends or relatives.
Yes, a charming old friend with a hole in the middle of his face.
Yes, him too. He danced the tango so divinely. Like a professional. But why should we of all people be put together?
Pure fluke, I should say. They lodge people in order they're coming. Why are you laughing?
Because you amuse me with your flute. As if they left anything to chance. But I suppose you got to reassure yourself somehow.
I wonder now. Don't you think we might have met each other at some point in our lives?
Never. I shouldn't have forgotten you.
Or perhaps we have friends in common. I wonder if you know the Dubois Moors.
Not likely.
But everyone went to their parties.
What was their job?
They didn't do anything. But they have a lovely house in the country and hosts of people visit them.
Not me. I was a post office clerk.
Ah, yes. Of course. In that case, and what about you, Mr. Garcin?
Never met, I've always lived in Rio.
Then you must be right. It's mere chance has brought us together.
Mere chance. You think it's mere chance that this room is furnished as we see it? Or it's an accident that the sofa on the left is a vivid green and the one on the right is wine red? Mere chance. We'll just try and shift the sofas and you'll see the difference quick enough. And what about that ornament on the mantelpiece? Huh? What about that? And the heat here? I tell you, they thought it all out. Down to the last detail. This room was set for us.
Really? But everything here is so hideous. All in angles. So uncomfortable. I always loathed angles.
And do you think I lived in the Second Empire drawing room?
Then it was all fixed up beforehand.
Yes. And they put us here deliberately.
Then it's not mere chance that you precisely are sitting opposite me. But what could be the meaning behind it?
Ask me another. I only know they're waiting.
It's outrageous. So something's coming to me. From you two. Something nasty, I suppose.
There are faces that tell me everything. Yours don't convey anything.
Look here. Why are we together? You've given us enough hints. You might as well come out with it.
But I know nothing. Nothing at all about it. I'm just as much in the dark as you are.
We've got to know.
If only each of us had the guts to tell.
Tell what?
Estelle? Yes? What have you done? I mean, why have they sent you here?
That's just it. I haven't a notion. Not the foggiest. In fact, I'm wondering if they haven't made some ghastly mistake. Don't smile. I mean, think about it. There are thousands and thousands of people who become absentees every day. And they're probably sorted out by understrappers. Stupid employees who don't know their job. So they're bound to make mistakes sometimes. Do stop smiling. Why don't you speak? If they made a mistake in my case, they may have done the same about you. And you too. Anyway, isn't it better to think that we've gotten here by mistake?
Is that all you have to tell me?
What else should I tell? I have nothing to hide. I lost my parents when I was a kid, and I had my younger brother to bring up. We were terribly poor, and when an old friend of my people asked me to marry him, I said yes. He was very nice and quite well off. My brother needed all sorts of attention, so really that was the best thing for me to do, don't you agree? My husband was old enough to be my father. But for 6 years, we had a happy married life. Then 2 years ago, I met the man I was fated to love. We knew at the moment we set eyes on each other. He asked me to run away with him, and I refused. Then I got pneumonia, and it finished me. No doubt by some standards, I did wrong to sacrifice my youth to a man nearly 3 times my age. Do you think that could call a sin?
Of course not. Now tell me this. Do you think it's a crime for one to stand by one's principles?
Certainly not. Surely no one could blame a man for that.
Wait a bit. I ran a pacifist newspaper, then the war broke out. Everyone was watching me, wondering, will I dare? Will I fold in my arms? And they shot me. Had I done anything wrong?
Wrong? On the contrary, you were
A hero! And what about your wife, Garcin?
I rescued her from the gutter.
You see? You see?
Yes, I see. Look here. What's the point of play acting? Trying to put dust in each other's eyes? We're all tarred with the same brush.
How dare you?
We're in hell, my pets. Criminals, murderers, all 3 of us. They don't make mistakes and people aren't damned for nothing.
Stop! For heaven's sake!
In hell! Damned souls! That's us! All 3!
Keep quiet! I forbid you to use such disgusting words.
Damned soul. That's you, my little plaster saint, and ditto our friend who's a noble pacifist. We've had our hour of pleasure, haven't we? People have burned their lives out for our sake, and we chuckled over it. So now we must pay the regimen.
Oh, will you keep your mouth shut? Damn it!
I understand it now. I know why they put us 3 together.
Why's that?
It's simple, really. Childishly simple. You admit there are no physical torments here, right? Yeah, we're in hell! And no one else will come here. We will stay in this room, the 3 of us, forever and ever. In short, there's someone missing here. The official torturer.
I've noticed that.
It's obvious what they're after, an economy of manpower, or devil power if you prefer. Like in a cafeteria where people serve themselves.
Whatever do you mean?
I mean that each of us will serve as torturer to the 2 others.
No. I will not be either one of your torturers. I wish neither of you harm, and I have no concern with you. So the solution is simple. Each of us are to go to his or her own corner and not take any notice of the other. Like soldiers at our post. You hear? You hear. And I beg. You mustn't speak to each other. Not a word. Shouldn't be that difficult. Each of us should have enough material for our own self-community. I myself feel as though I can stand 10,000 years with just my thoughts for company.
Have I got to keep silent?
Yes. We'll look into ourselves, realizing our own salvation, and not realize any other people are there. Agreed?
Agreed. I
And
agree.
goodbye.
Don't worry, I have a glass in my bag. It's gone. They must have taken it from me at the entrance.
How tiresome.
What's the matter?
I feel so queer. Do you ever get taken that way? When I can't see myself, I begin to wonder if I really and truly exist. I pat myself to make sure, but it doesn't help much.
You're lucky. I'm always conscious of myself. Painfully conscious. In my mind.
Yes. In your mind. But what goes on in one's head is so vague, isn't it? It makes one want to sleep. I have 6 big mirrors in my bedroom. I can see them. But they don't see me. They're reflecting the window, the settee, the carpet. But how empty. A glass in which I'm absent? When I used to speak to people, I always made sure there was one nearby in which I could see myself. I'd watch myself talking and it always kept me alert, seeing myself as others saw me. Oh dear, my lipstick. I'm sure I put it on all wrong. No, I can't do without a glass forever and ever. I simply can't.
Suppose I try and do a glass. Come pay me a visit. There's a spot for you here on my sofa.
But
It doesn't matter.
we're going to hurt each other. You said it yourself.
Do I look as if I want to hurt you?
One never can tell.
Much more likely you'll hurt me. But what does it matter? If I'm a sucker, may as well be at your hands. Your pretty hands. Suppose again. Come closer. Closer. There. Now look into my eyes. What do you see?
Oh, I'm there. But I'm so tiny, I can't see myself properly.
But I can. Every inch of you. Now, ask me questions. I'll be as candid as any looking glass.
Please, Mr. Garcin, sure our chatter isn't boring you.
Don't worry about him. As I said, he doesn't matter. We're alone. Ask away.
Are my lips all right?
Show. They're a bit smudgy.
I thought as much.
Luckily, no one's seen me.
I'll try again.
That's better. No, follow the line of your lips. I'll guide you. That's quite good.
As good as when I came in.
Far better. Cruder. Your mouth looks quite diabolical that way.
Good gracious, and you say you like it? How maddening not being able to see for myself. Are you quite sure, Miss Serrano, that it looks all right now?
Why don't you call me Inez?
Are you sure it looks all right?
The lovely Estelle.
But how can I rely upon your taste? Is it the same as my taste? How sickening it all is. Enough to drive me crazy.
I have your taste because I like you so much. Look at me. Now smile. I'm not so ugly either. Am I not far better than your glass?
Oh, I don't know. You scare me, rather. My reflection never did that. Of course, I knew it so well. Like something I had tamed. I'm going to smile, and my smile is going to sink down into your pupils, and then who knows what it will become.
And why shouldn't you tell me? Listen, I want you to call me Inez. We must be great friends.
I don't make friends with women very easily.
Not with postal clerks, you mean? Hello. What's that? Nasty red spot on the bottom of your cheek. A pimple.
A pimple? Oh, simply foul. Where?
There. You know the way to catch larks with a mirror? Well, I'm your lark mirror, my dear, and you can't escape me. There isn't any pimple. Not a trace of one. So what about it? Suppose the mirror started on your eyes. Or suppose I were to close my eyes as he is doing and refuse to look at you. All that loveliness would be wasted on the desert air. No, don't be afraid. I can't help looking at you, and I'll be nice to you. Ever so nice. Only you must be nice to me as well.
Are you really attracted by me?
Very much indeed.
I wish you'd notice me too.
Of course, because he's a man. You won! Well, look at him, damn it! Don't missed a word of what we've said.
Why go? I stuck my fingers in my ears, but your voice is still clattering in my brain. Silly chatter. Now will you two leave me in peace? If it helps, I have no interest in you.
Not in you, perhaps. But what about this child? Aren't you interested in her? Oh, I saw through your game. You got on your high horse just to impress her.
I asked you to leave me in peace. Someone was talking about me in the newspaper room, and I want to listen. If it helps you any happier, I have no use for that child, as you called her.
Thanks.
I didn't mean it rudely.
You can.
So that's that. I begged you not to speak.
It's her fault. She started. I didn't ask anything of her, and she came and offered me her glass.
So you say. But all the while you were making up to him, trying every trick to catch his attention.
Well, why shouldn't I?
You're crazy, both of you. Don't you know where this is leading us? For pity's sake, can you keep your mouths shut? Let's look into ourselves again, look at the floor, and try to forget the others again.
Forget about the others. How utterly absurd!
I feel you there in every pore. Your silence glimmers in my ears. You can nail your mouth, cut out your tongue, and stop your being there. And stop your thoughts. I can hear them ticking away like a clock. Tick-tock. Tick-tock. And I'm certain you hear mine. Oh, it's all very well skulking there on your sofa, but you're everywhere! And every sound comes to me soiled because you've intercepted it on its way. You've even stolen my face. You know it and I don't. And what about her? About Estelle? Do you really suppose she'd treat me as she does if we were alone? Oh, no. Take your hands from your face. I won't leave you in peace. That would suit your book too well. You'd go on sitting there in a sort of trance like a yogi. And even if I couldn't see her, I'd feel it in my bones. What are you saying? Even if I such a place was for your benefit. Throwing you smiles you didn't see. Well, I won't stand for that. I prefer to choose my hell. I prefer to look you in the eye and fight it out face to face.
Have it your way. Suppose we're bound to come to this. They know what they're about and we're an easy game. They put me in here with men. Men know how to keep their mouths shut. I know you just want it impossible. So, I attract you, little girl. You're making eyes at me.
Don't touch me.
Why not? You might anyhow be natural. You know I was mad about women, and some were fond of me. So you may as well stop posing. You got nothing to lose. Why trouble ourselves about politeness and decorum? We're beside ourselves. And presently we're as naked as newborn babes.
Let me be.
As newborn babes. Well, I warned you, didn't I? I asked so little of you, just peace and a little silence. I even stuck my fingers in my ears. Gomez was spouting away as usual in the center of the newsroom with Preston listening on in their shirt sleeves. I tried to hear, but it wasn't easy. Things move so quickly on Earth, as you know. Couldn't you have held your tongues? Now he's done talking. Everything he's thought about me has gone back into his head. I get through somehow. So much the better. I want to know whom I have to deal with.
You know already. There's nothing more to learn.
You're wrong. Long as neither of us have made a clear breast of it, while they damn him or her, we know nothing. Nothing that counts. So, young lady, you begin. Why are you here? If you're frank, if we bring our specters out in the open, we may be able to save ourselves from disaster. So, outward.
I tell you, I haven't a notion. They wouldn't tell me why.
That's so. They wouldn't tell me either, but I had a good idea. I wasn't a very estimable person.
No need to tell us that. We know you were deserted.
It's a side issue. Let it be. I'm here because I treated my wife abominably. That's all. For 5 years. Naturally, she's still suffering. There she is. The moment I mention her, I see it. It's Gomez who interests me, but it's her I see. What's Gomez got to? For 5 years. Now she's sitting by the window, with a coat on her knees. Coat with a 12-bullet hole. Blood's like rust. Brown rings around each hole. I knew Cindy that coat is. Scar with history. And the thing I used to wear. Won't you shed a tear from your love? Surely you can squeeze out one at last. No? Can't you manage it? Night after night, I come home blind drunk, thinking of blind women. She waited up for me, of course, but never uttered a word of reproach. spoke with those big eyes of hers. She cried and found me. That woman was a born martyr, a victim of vocation.
And why did you hurt her like that?
It was so simple. A word was enough to make her flinch. But never, never a reproach. I'm fond of teasing. I watched and I waited. But no, not a tear, not a protest. Now she's stroking his toe. She's feeling with her fingers through the holes, looking for it. What do you expect? I regret nothing. The truth is she admired me too much. Does that mean anything to you?
No, nobody admired me.
So much the better. So much the better for you.